So we'll give this a minute to load and then I'll pop back into the Zoom room. I should just say the word welcome. Okay, cool. We are good to go. I'm just going to check out up here. We are absolutely fabulous to go. So let's start. All right, guys. So there are, I was about to say there's two decks that are always in my rotation. Oh, good. Oh, there they are. I was like, but I don't have them this morning. This is what I was talking about with the camera. So those of you that are with me either on YouTube or here on Zoom, my camera will pan to what is my left and focus in on that corner over there. So I realize that this is technology. Okay, good. So I think that there's an entity in that corner. And I was just reading 21 Ways to Read a Tarot Card by Mary Kay Greer, and she suggests naming the card. So it's name the entity. I still haven't come up with a name. I'm really hoping it's just going to come to me, though. Nothing's coming to me. Anyway, so I'm convinced there's something over there in the corner. And as we will be practicing mediumship tomorrow at our 8 a.m. session, maybe they'll pop out for us. All right. And I got a very clear message yesterday to begin practicing animal mediumship. So I think that's what we're going to approach death things with animals. I mean, people are dead. All right, so this is one of my favorite decks. I'm going to say that about pretty much everything off on. But this is Seasons of the Witch, and this specific oracle deck is for the Beltane oracle, and we're sitting in that energy right now. Around the 20th, couple days before, couple days after, is Litha, Litha. That's the next, and I don't know if that pronunciation is correct. And that's the next holiday that we're going to be flowing into it. And that's our summer holiday. These are pagan holidays. These were around before the Christian calendar was created. So this is Beltane Oracle, Seasons of the Witch is what it's called. And it's a whole series. There's 8 decks in the series. There's 8 pagan holidays. And this is by Lorraine Anderson and Julie Diaz. And this particular deck in the series was illustrated by Shadow. Really fun deck. I mean, I say that. I like the artwork. If you're not down with the artwork, I'm not going to be as fun. But for me, it's a really fun. Let's see. All right. Surrender. I'll pull this one for it's really pretty. I'll show it to you guys. But surrender. So each card offers a number and then a statement. And this is card 41. In a personal practice that I have is I add the numbers and then I have it align itself with the major arcana. So 41 is 4 plus 1 in my head. So 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 in the major arcana is the Hierophant, which has the energy, very simply put, the energy of always learning, always teaching. You're always receiving, you're always giving. And this can be, it's not limited to this knowledge, but that is part of it. But if you think of the Hierophant energy as being the edifice, the building rather than the person, it's the exchange, the portal always opening and closing, the doorway always opening, always closing. Okay, so anyway, that kind of idea of always, how about saying little or no resistance might be a good energy to go with the card called Surrender. And I'm getting that from Hierophant energy, which is 3-5 in a major arcana. Okay, so the card itself says, there's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. There's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. That could be kind of weighted because I go into rooms and I hear, plus there's the whole Elsa song, Let It Go. I don't know how good that is for mental health, but like, just do it, bitch, let it go. It's not quite that easy. So I like to think of it more as, instead of let it go, let that trauma that has screwed you up your whole life go. Okay, it's a good deal, but for me, for my own support system, sorry guys, I have a stop there, I like to think of it as, where do I already let go? Where do I already surrender? What are the little things I do every day that lets me see why I have this capability? I surrender there. every breath. So I like to see how it's already happening in my life, how I'm already manifesting it, so that I can see how I can further bring it to life. And if I enjoy it, I'd be like, oh, I am manifesting that. That sucks. I don't like that. Well, good. I took the time to understand I don't like it. I don't want to manifest it anymore. And it's fine. You guys, if you check in with yourself and you decide there's something about yourself that's no longer working, that's not what it their attitude. It doesn't mean it's gonna fall away quickly, but you're aware of it. That's the good thing. Okay, so surrender. And then we have, it is time to let go of the past, dear one. You are missing out on the blessings that are waiting to enter your life by holding on to old needs, traumas, and hardships, which has prevented you from finding the beauty in the struggle and the lessons learned. While you cannot change the past, you can let it go and decide what your future will be. Regret will only hold you a prisoner, and dwelling on past mistakes will blind you to the truth of how beautiful you are. Know that your current situation cannot be resolved until you allow yourself to feel something from your past. Surrender has come to you to facilitate the healing as long as it is. Any mistakes you've made are practice runs that have prepared you for success. And hurts you have experienced have strengthened you and slowly molded you into a diamond of worth. You can move forward knowing your past has given you the knowledge to be better prepared the next time around. Do not think the past makes you unworthy. Instead, know that you are deserving precisely because of all you have faced. I love that. And if I can think of that truly, not just like the things a person has experienced or seen or heard, but the culture they grew up in, what was standard and normalized to them might be foreign to me, but I have to let that shit go. It's cultural bias, it's prejudice. Another way to look at it, and like for me, for like an everyday kind of way, as readers, coming into a room, do a question, and not allowing that wall to come up, that prejudice wall, that bias wall, that I don't know what's the question. What's wrong with this dude? You know, nothing's wrong with this dude. What's wrong with me for being so defensive about it? It's that kind of, I can let that go. I have to recognize it first. So I might go into the next 100 rooms for clients and be like, oh God, okay, wait, let's go. It's okay if I feel that way. Do I stay feeling that way? That's where I think it's important. That first reaction is fine. What do you do next? How do you feel about it after? That's when you know it's very good. All right, so that was Seasons of the Witch, Beltane Oracle. And we're going to be moving into Litha in just a few days if you're curious about getting one of those decks. We will be reading with Litha next. And this deck, so this is the second deck that's in the rotation, permanent rotation right now. Semi-permanent rotation. And this is Healing the Inner Child by Nina Mangendre. I don't think I'm saying her name right, but I like the way it sounds when I say it. Mangendre? Mongendre. Oh, you know, she didn't illustrate that. Yeah, okay, illustrated by Willow. So this is a pretty good deck. It's it can be very, I cried while reading this stuff for sure. So it can really get it. There's this Oracle deck I want called the Blind Spot Oracle. I'm hoping you find it similar to Amazon, but the Blind Spot Oracle. Wow, that would be good. That's by I would be called Coming Home. This is a cute card, and I've never pulled this. It's card 13, which is aligned with Death or the Emperor. So I didn't say that the first time. With numerology and the major arcana and tarot, you can go like 13. You can actually ascribe that to a tarot card. It's Death. It's a Death card 13. I'm not going to go into why it's two cards. You got to come to my sessions to find out. We talk about. But you can also go 1 + 3, and that's 4. So we have Death and the Emperor, which actually my friend brings birth cards. But Death and the Emperor are sitting together. And this is Coming Home, is what the card is called, so I can see that. Now every card has children on it because it's human the inner child or. But this one is either just a tall child, I'm not sure, or an adult, but I don't ever see adults. However, there is the concept of when we look within, we find our inner child, we find our inner teenager, we find our inner caregiver. So it could be a reflection of that. I don't know. Um, I'm not sure. It's a beautiful card though. It has to me the essence of both lunar and solar energy. When the keywords coming home, it's not like you have to have a ticket. You have to arrive between 2 and 4. You know, you're not checking into a hotel, you're coming home. You can do this whenever you want. So let's go ahead and see what the book says. It's such a pretty card. I love taking lunch together. And she's doing that. And I like, well, yeah, you do that? I don't know. 13. Coming home. So in this deck, each card has the invitation, the inner child, and the journey. So 13 coming home, the invitation of the card. Returning to the universal mother is the most profound way to heal our sense of shame. We return to her through opening up to her ever-present love. The unconditional love of the divine feminine principle, of Mother Earth, and of the elements that make up our body, welcomes us home without judgment. The Divine Mother is the feminine aspect of creation, and she is known by many names. Mother, Mother Mary, Kali, Durga, and Shakti, to name a few. This goddess principle has always been here for us. When we see everything as a manifestation of the Mother, we experience enlightenment and joy. As Ram Dass writes in Be Love Now, in the compassionate embrace of the Mother, the layers of old habits, preconceptions, and residues of past experiences can dissolve in the ocean of maternal affection. The blue sky is her mind. The green leaves pulse with her blood. The wind is her breath. The rain, her water of life. She was Gaia, the Earth Mother, but also settled in her. Unquote. Our cosmic mother reminds us of our inherent goodness and value. She invites us to reduce the shame we have been carrying for generations. This card invites you to remember that her support is unfailing. So that kind of took my mind in thinking about shopping. Online shopping kept telling me like, I don't know, I was thinking, but it was like maybe it's some kind of feeding it in impulse. Like smoking a cigarette at a event that I used to smoke. You satisfy an impulse craving immediately. So even just the satisfaction of it is an addiction. Okay, for some reason I'm getting online shopping with that. Well, I probably have a problem with online shopping and I didn't go till now. Okay, inner child. As a child, did you feel a connection to a loving motherly presence? How did you experience this and nurture it? Did you enjoy being in nature or being with animals? How did you sense the unspoken language of the Divine Mother? Tell your little one, that's your inner child. Tell your little one, our Divine Mother supports us and loves us always. We are held in her loving embrace. And then the journey of the heart. Imagine the universal mother welcoming you home with open arms, the same mother to whom all mothers return. Imagine yourself as one of the children traveling on a sphere. Do you sense that you are traveling outward or inward towards the female figure? How does it feel to be on this journey? Do you trust it? I invite you to lean back and receive, or to lie down. Close your eyes and place one hand at the center of your chest and one hand right below your belly button. Imagine dropping your heart towards the earth. Feel the earth holding your body, soften into its loving embrace. Sense the rhythm of Mother Earth and invite your heartbeat to synchronize with it. Take your time to connect with her heartbeat. Once your own heart is in resonance with the slow and steady beat of the heart of Mother Earth, invite this steady rhythm into your belly, a dream of light and kidneys through the hand place above the middle. Continue for a few minutes. As you breathe, remind your body, mind, and nervous system that in this moment you are safe. Gravity is holding you. Try doing this practice as you fall asleep. It is a powerful way of resetting the fight or flight response and transitioning into calm and restful state. I had to do something like that the other night. I was having like this thought. It was over me buying a pair of shoes at the time still, but I was really freaking out. And I was literally like running my chest, like, you're fine, you're safe, like telling my body, like, you're safe. Like, it wasn't a panic attack or anything even remotely like that. I never had that, but I was just upset. And I was like trying to like soothe myself. It was so bizarre. And I'm sitting there going, why am I supposed to be upset about buying a pair of shoes? I don't know, it was really good. Probably something very good. All right, so I pulled out, let's see, what are we doing in order? Okay, so this is Rebecca Campbell. Rebecca Campbell is pretty, I mean, I've seen her around a lot, for sure. And she does different, I'm gonna show you, she does different things with the boxes. So it's just a little bit triangle look, you know, a little different. The deck I read with of hers from yesterday, this one is really cool, so I'll show you again. This is called the Inner Temple Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and it opens and then there's more. Wait, there's more. If you order in the next 24 hours, see, it's actually magnetized, and then the card slides down into the slot. So if some readers love having a card out during the day, or maybe just have a favorite oracle card, you just want to see it in there. It may fit. I mean, I definitely have. They're slightly oversized, but yeah, you can use different cards. Anyway, so she does different things. And she is a Hay House author. If you want to find her, I suggest going to hayhouse.com. Like actually you can get her decks there too, but they all do. All the authors at Hay House do webinars. They're free. But Reed's doing a 3-day one about her New York Times bestselling book, something about doodling your life or doodling your heart's going. But doodling, so you don't have any artistic you don't have to give it off. But they're great. They're really informative, they're fun. I get to find people I like, and I think it's important that I like the designer of the deck. It helps me to like so this is her Sacred Stones Oracle, the Ancient Stones Oracle, sorry. The Ancient Stones Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork by Katie Louise. I think I only have 2 of her decks. I feel like she goes more into the pastels or very soft colors. I'm like, what's that other one? Oh, this one. Golden Future Oracle. That is a good one. Let's see. I chat while I'm shuffling. That helps me to understand them. It's like chatting leaves part of my mind to completely focus on the cards. That's what which is bizarre because I'm a monotasker. Like in real life, I don't do more than one thing at a time. Oh my god, that is that. Wisdom Keeper. Oh, what is that? Immediately. Norse. Odin carried that head around on his the god, the Norse god, it was the knowledge guy. Anyway, it's kind of my idea. And it's called Wisdom Keeper, and it says a new perspective. Study and learn. And this doesn't have a number. I'll show you the pictures. Very soft colors, they're fun. That giant rock thing, I think that's a head. It's like a head. And then a new person. And it's so pretty. Wisdom Keeper. To me, the card looks like it's built up, like yes, man came along and built up a ring of stones. I can see that. That does not mean that that image that person is looking at is actually real. They could be sitting on grass within a ring of stones and just having a hallucination. Exterior, clairvoyance. I can't remember what that's called. when we see, it can be on the exterior or the interior. Y'all ever had an acid trip? That's some serious exterior. But it can happen without hallucinogenics as well. So wisdom keeper, a new perspective, study and then we're gonna have to, let's see, I believe there is a table of contents, so the cards are not numbered. Yeah. Oh, there is, good. Because it's really difficult. One of my oracles, there's no number on the card. There's no page number to go by. There's no index or table of contents in the book. Okay. We're looking for wisdom keeper. So the cards are broken down by messages and interpretations. See, it's not out there, it's actually. So when you have depths, well, we have depth, right? When you have climb, you might want to take a peek at your depth to see how long it's going to take you to get to the card. I think it's fine to take this first time, but I can see there's something like that. It's the last card. I love it when I get the first or the last card. I don't know. 142. So if we added 142, we get 7. And 7 is associated with P7 in the major arcana, which is the chariot. I mean, that fucker's always moving, kind of like the wheel of fate, except there's a case involved. What's the case? Are those whatever animals are pulling you there, depending on what that is? Are they galloping along? Are they barely moving? Are they jumping from dimension to dimension to dimension? I've never thought of the chariot as a dimension. That's fun. So let's go to 142. This is a very, they're such pretty cards. They're so muted, they're so calm in color. But I really did really bright cards. 142. Wisdom keeper. The oldest known whole rocks on Earth, found in Canada. What does that mean? Whole rocks? They haven't been crumbled yet? Okay, sorry, I get caught up in that. The oldest known whole rocks on Earth, found in Canada, date back around 4.3 billion years. Holy crap, that's really old. 4.3 billion with B years. A length of time that's impossible to comprehend. For comparison, the first humans emerged around 2 million years ago in Africa. 2 million years ago, we got our asses in there and got there. 4 billion years ago, this rock was here. A mere blink of an eye in the lifetime of our planet's most ancient stones. You can imagine reading that would be. That would be the difference. And then the impression you would pick up on 4 billion years, I might get something. The stones are wisdom keepers, powerful teachers, healers, and guardians. They preserve, hold, and tell our stories. Infused with the wisdom of the cycles, our ancient stones show us the grace and gift of surrender. That was a keyword, that was the actual kind of the card before it. So. In their presence, we're invited to take a different perspective, to shift into humble unknowingness as we wander. As we wonder. How many people like us have they seen come and go? How many civilizations have they stood witness to? The Wisdom Keeper card holds ancient knowledge and stories. Many of us have been severed from our ancestral wisdom teachings. But what if it's possible to reconnect with this wisdom through stones that hold the moments? This card invites us to reconnect with self-study, maybe in a functional sense, or it could be something more mystical and direct. And that's kind of what I meant. Like mystical and direct, like touch the stone, like I don't know who orders space rocks on Amazon, I don't know. But yeah, I do have a problem, right? But you can just touch it. Like the other day I was in a group and I was like, read your window pane, read the glass, and like, what was that? Wisdom. And then it has a soul inquiry. And these are 2 questions that are offered by the card. And the first question, what are you fascinated by or in awe of? What are you fascinated by or in awe of? And the second question, how are you being called to be a student of life? How are you being called to be a student of life? I'd say showing up is a huge part of that. And being willing to listen. And at a minimum, and I'm not saying I'm a doormat, I mean, you know, but at a minimum, I know I'm at least hearing myself if I'm speaking. And that's really the most important person that I want to think. Okay, okay. So let's look at, that was Ancient Stones Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. I have been looking at, I already listened to it, sorry guys. Okay, so this is using the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle by Judy Hall. I'm pretty sure this is just, not just, I said it. It's a picture of a crystal. Like on a black back, yeah. And that's fine. It's very low key. We'll say that. I will say that. It's very low key. The borders are different colors. There's pinks, greens, blues. That's it. It's pink, green, blue. Okay, and then each one has a black background. This one is graphic, smoky quartz. You can see that's it. That's all it is. There's another Menolite. So this might be exactly what you're going for. Let's shuffle and see. So where will this crystal come into play today? The crystal is itself physical form, but there's color, there's texture, there's solvency, like what is it, how does it react to water? There's all these little things about it too that you might pick up on during, especially if like you get, let's say we pull purple crystal, amethyst, so let's say we pull amethyst, right? And then suddenly you're realizing how much freaking purple is in your bag. A lot. That's the amethyst band, I believe, coming for to you. So let's go ahead and see what card we get in predicament. And it's a nice way to incorporate that crystal. Like if you get purple, maybe eat purple grapes. Eggplant, well, the outside eggplant's purple. The beets come in purple. But you know what I'm saying? Like you don't necessarily need that crystal because their intention's huge. And if you want that healing energy of the crystal, try eating a fruit or vegetable that is that color. I personally believe, not a doctor or nutritionist, that fruit and vegetables are healthy. Typically speaks. Alrighty, let's see what crystal we have. I'm super curious. Yes. All right, so we got graphic smoky quartz. Ah! Amethyst is underneath it. Okay, so this is the one that we pulled. Fucking, I got an name this guy. So wait, it's just amethyst is what I was talking about. That was underneath it, and this is the one that we pulled last week too. And I shuffled, and we still pulled it again. So we'll just keep amethyst right there. But let's go to graphic smoky quartz. There's a lot of quartz, and I personally not a crystal expert. I kind of look at quartz, like clear quartz, smoky quartz. Quartz is relatively inexpensive in comparison to other crystals because it is fairly abundant. Something you might want to look at is because we're looking ultimately at, let's say my intention is to heal myself and I want to use crystals. I'm going to ask myself how those crystals were extracted from their environment. Was it traumatic? Did they take a bunch of fucking bulldozers? You ever seen opal miners? They use dynamite and they blow open areas that have for millions of years rested in peace to get opal so they can sell it. Great, I get it. I watched the show. But there's also that intention of what happened, the intention of the people around the crystal when it was being found or mined, when it was being extracted forcefully from its environment and not being asked if it was okay. That energy is coming with that crystal in my mind. Purification of the crystal, absolutely, but you're still playing a part in the entire process. And everyone that works in that field and how they're handled. So it's okay. It's just something to keep in mind because manifestation is multifaceted. I'm really in manifestation. Multifaceted. But I will say, being up there, I believe, and I'm not going to say you, I'm going to say I, but please, if you want to repeat this to yourself, I am doing the best I can with what I have. Every day I say, I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and I fucking win. Okay, so let's go to graphics, smoky quartz. This is gonna be part four. Oh, is this the last one? No, 49. It's the second to the last. Okay, graphics, smoky quartz. The stabilizer. Oh shit! I didn't finish my class at quartz. It's affordable, and if you just want a crystal, I would suggest quartz because it's also does a lot. It does a lot. Read up on it. I usually tend to use it. Okay, graphic smoky quartz supports all the structures in the body, removing toxic debris and traumatic memory. It keeps you grounded and balanced in physical incarnation while exploring other dimensions. Oh, I'm with it. Okay. Self-understanding, divination, and feeling insight are the three areas that the card's broken into. So self-understanding, lack of trust in yourself and other people creates psychological barriers that lie at the heart of the dis-ease. Your self-esteem is low, creating a deficient immune system. Memories of old traumas have subtly amended your ancestral DNA. At a deep level, you have been compressed and limited. Allow yourself to expand again. The divination. Undertake a shamanic journey into the unseen worlds in search of healing. There you will find the underlying causes of dis-ease and outdated soul imperatives that are affecting your well-being. Offer yourself to be a gift of transformation. The soul imperatives, in my mind, is also thinking soul contract. Maybe it's a wider expression of that. So if you have soul contracts or maybe soul imperatives, that may be what they're referencing. And I believe every contract can be negotiated. So, and then we have healing insight. Healing is found in the darkest depths of yourself, not in external forces. I believe that, but I think that was part of the whole book on just that one statement. How to get there. Shadow work. All right, so the frequency of this crystal, which is graphic smoky quartz, the frequency is earthy and high. All of the chakras are affected by this crystal. The timing is autumn. No, I don't know specifically what that means, but it was a season from do this in autumn. And the soul path, exploring taboos, treading where others fear to tread. Yikes! I'm definitely getting that one. Smoky, graphic, smoky quartz. Graphic, smoky quartz. That's pretty cool. Oh, and it's it looks like it's white. You know, it's graphic. It's got a lot of the dark displayed in. So, I mean, my God, as far as what colors you're wearing white or black. If ever. That's how I look at it. I mean, the sky has, well, depending on the weather, white clouds. And if you're looking for the color white, you can just look up center in, what cloud and let yourself rest in that white cloud. Or if you're doing black, close your eyes. I also have a space in my mind that's completely black, and that's where I create. So whenever I want that kind of spaciousness, I just go there. But it's also black because there's no white. So it's finding it however you'd like to find it. Because there's no wrong. There's no wrong. And the more I'll say outside the box, because we all have different boxes. It's some weird stuff. But the more that we as readers experience modalities, refresh them, revitalize them, make sure they're relevant, the longer those modalities will survive. So we readers, all of us, I believe, are caretakers. Even if it's a modality that we're not currently experiencing, we're willing to try. And we're willing, and in our willingness to try, we're keeping the modality relevant. Or there are some really great modalities out there that I don't agree with some of the practices in the modality. I strongly encourage readers to change it. You don't have to go by the rules that are set down in front of you, because there's no wrong in tarot, and there's probably no wrong in the other modalities. The caveat being, don't be an ass. As long as you're not calling yourself as someone else, don't be anything else. Okay, so this is our very beautiful. This is such pretty deck. This is Heavenly Bodies Astrology, and it comes with a it's hardbound. I think that's still very fun. Really cute. These are soft colors again. To the point where if you have limited vision, you might not want these. They're very subtle. You're not gonna have a lot of bold swing downs. Oh, $95 for so astrology, oh my god. There's so much information in this guy. I'm no idea what it's called. Astrology is like a whole nother world. All right. Well, I'm a Leo, so maybe we'll get me. No. We got house 10 that has an owl on it and a heart-shaped base. Okay, it says, house 10 says structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. So house 10 is going to be covering structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. And we have an owl, and this is and you can see how it's kind of subtle, like the lines definitely blend into one another. Okay, so let's oh no, okay, I'll do it. Oh, house 12, look at that. So let's go to house 10. I love this though because it was so easy for me to learn this stuff in art, and this is such a good book. And it's not a lot of information, which is good. I mean, it's not gonna like drain you. I'm just trying to read something and I feel like I'm learning. All right, read house 10. So house 10 is gonna be okay. We'll just go straight to it. Like the top of the tree of your life, this house sits at the peak of the chart, revealing your visible achievement. It's looked at from the perspective of a lifespan. It's establishing your position in society by way of profession. More figuratively, it's your sense of mission and the apex of your goals, the place to which you eventually come for all to see. It reveals your level of visible success and the accomplishments you are known for. This is house 10. It's the natural home of Capricorn, the sign committed to time-earned achievement, and is ruled by Saturn, the planet which uses tough love to prompt the manifestation of your goals. What is life pushing you towards accomplishment? This space sits directly above house 4, your roots, your childhood home, and sense of security. The achievements of this house grow from the nurture or hardships experienced in the house below. So it sits above house 4. So the achievements of this house grow from the nurture or hardships experienced in the house below, so of house 4. And as house 4 is linked to mother, house 10 is linked to father, or whoever carried authoritative energy of childhood, echoed in adult life as your attitude towards structure and authority in general. I've got to tell that I could read it. It's like a whole reading, and you're looking at 2 houses. At least let people have charts. I get it now. All right, keywords. So under keywords, we have energetics, and then we have experiences. So energetics, structure, discipline, career, public image, and reputation. So everything that the outside world is seeing. And then the experiences of house 10, life mission, time earned achievements, establishing a position in society. And then for parents, it's specifically the father or masculine. Oh, and this deck is called Heavenly Astrology. I'm sorry, Heavenly Bodies Astrology. And oh, and I didn't tell y'all, it's written and illustrated by Lily Ashlow. Heavenly Bodies Astrology. It's very pretty. And it's just pretty. Okay, so anyway, so then and it finishes up with a few words on the omen of the card, the message of the card. Persist towards your goal of ambition, discipline, and perseverance, but don't cling too tightly to the outcome. There must always be space for growth, change, and intuition. I heavily rely on that growth, change, and intuition for them. Growth, change, and intuition. It's where the magic grows. It's in this space of gentle hard work where your divine masculine flourishes. Build a noble structure surrounding your inner world. Let it be the scaffolding, the container for your divine feminine. This is how you manifest in the physical plane. Okay, so I think what it's saying here, build it. Okay, so this is the father or the masculine, and this is kind of archaic because you have much more than masculine, feminine, but we're going to go with that. And it says, build a noble structure surrounding your inner world. Because what we're talking about with this kind of the exterior, the house plan. Let it be the scaffolding, the containment for your divine feminine. Now in tarot, I see, my opinion, is that anytime we have the feminine, this can be done in any of the queens or the empress, we have the masculine, the king or the emperor, that's going to be following. So the feminine, queen or the empress, is the one that thinks it. I mean, if you want to build something, you need to fucking plan. If you want to do something, you gotta have the thought that drives you to it. And the exterior, masculine, does not carry that through, but the interior, feminine does. It begins within. It begins with mother, always. It always starts with the feminine, and then moves to the exterior, the masculine. Does that mean that we need a cohort or a partner in life? No, because we carry these traits within us, and you can do either feminine or masculine in time. It's learning it, it's nurturing it, and it is hard at times to find it, but it's there. But it always starts with the feminine. If you can see this too, and this is not what I'm saying it should be, but it is reflected in passion. But it has become toxic, unfortunately. But it does work in a system, an internal system. But when you start thinking that some people are best at expressing publicly, while others should be quiet, hold their tongue, and think only on the inside, that is not okay, and that's what it's become. In my these are just my opinions. So not just, but so I'm gonna try to make that really clear. I'm not trying to speak on it. Okay, let me look at that clock too, because I like to get you guys out there. Oh shit, all right. Well, we are gonna stop. So I'm not saying I like to get you guys out here quarter till 10 till give you guys some time to go do your thing. We went through almost all the decks that I pulled for today. But I do want to give you a sneak peek of what we'll be pulling from on Monday, because today is Friday, guys. It's June 19th, 2026. On Monday, no, tomorrow, June 20th, we're having our mediumship group. So come on in. And I will say that the mediumship class, all my groups are 8, but I do post a video. Yeah, my links are in the chat. And if you look, you can see the YouTube one. Click it, however you want to save it, and go there, and the videos are going to show you what's actually happening on Saturday. So if you don't want to get it, if you still want to see, go look at the video, and you can do it yourself. You don't have to come to the session. It's just a very straightforward exercise. Every week for our mediumship class, that's what we're doing. Very straightforward exercise, a brief visual, and then any kind of like time that we have to use for any kind of chatting that we like. And then I'll definitely just have free chats. We'll show up and we'll just talk sometimes because I want to know what you guys are doing. These sessions are created for you guys to do what you want in the 2 weeks between my meetings. I'm just putting it, not just, but people like time for a little bit of it. I'm putting out exercises that might be fun. You might like them. Just give them a look. And then, but we are meeting every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Check the details on the page to see what the events, but we meet every day but Wednesday and Friday. So we're good. Okay. This video will be up in the next 24 hours if you're curious about seeing it. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Bye, guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later.